Hello everybody and welcome back to Casting My Climb. Once again we're in a game, so let's go over the lanes right now. So, on the Radiant team we have an off-lane Doom, a support, aka position 4 Snapfire, which I am myself. We got the position 5 Warlock, we got the position 1 Troll Warlord, and the mid lane Fang Knight. On the Dire team we have the I think it's a mid laner. Yeah, it's the mid laner Rubik, if I guess correctly. The offlane Bristleback, the offlane support Venomancer, position 5 Shadow Demon, and the position 1 Phantom Lancer. So we're gonna get into this game. Let's see how this one bakes out. Technically I already know how it bakes out because I played this one already. So see, so last it's not gonna be in my category this time, honestly, because I am being a support in this game. Rare enough for me to be a support. There's quite a bit of pressure here. They look to get something here on top of this. Bristleback goes pretty aggressively in here. Finds the Troll Warlord. There's going to be some more aggression coming out there. Shotgun Blast goes through. Bristleback drops pretty low. Veno's not looking good either. They're holding up as much as they can, but Veno and Rubik, as well as Bristleback, barely survived the fight. They popped Smoke, which is the weirdest play you could ever see, but okay. It is what it is. And we'll see how the lanes develop off of this play. Well, not with full HP here coming in there. Gets a throw onto the Bristleback, but that's kind of it right now. So, quite a bit of an aggressive play here on both sides right now. Bristleback's probably going to go for the Vanguard, would be my suggestion right now if I look at how this game could develop here. However, right now, I gotta say, I do have the lanes correct one right now. Disruption from the Shadow Demon, quite a bit of something. The Shotgun Blast went very wide. I think it's called Shotgun Blast. Scatter Blast. Almost. Scatter Blast hits the Shadow Demon, just putting some pressure on top of him. It's pretty fine, to be honest. Disruption onto the Snapfire. Oh, Shadow Demon's taking quite a bit of damage. Doom as well has not hit level 2 already, so this could be very interesting how this one develops further. Level 1 still sitting. Snapfire still sitting on level 1. Phantom Lancer sitting on level 1. Shadow Demon sitting on level 1. Level 2 for the Snapfire. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, everybody has level 2 except the Venomancer. Venomancer's taking quite a bit of damage here, but Warlord is clearing this out as much as you kind of want to see going on. And Warlock gets another good put some perspective on that one. Rubik's sitting here probably mid lane trying to farm up. Pretty awkward, I would say, the decision right now. Shadow Demon is storing up some mana, throwing out some poison as well. Walks in, walks on top of that one, gets the disruption onto the Snapfire, so that could be a chance to get out of there. Jump with the cookie shot there, and that's the first blood for the Snapfire. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer's trying to get some more pressure on there. I think the Snapfire is almost dead. Yes, the poison does take the Snapfire down as well. However, 1-for-1 trade, both supports get the kill, so nobody really benefits from that one that much, to be honest. Well, none of the carries do. And right now we do have the 1-1 at about 3 minutes here. Not much should be really done about that one. Romancer just clearing out some wards. Does get the courier before the Troll Warlord gets his hands on that one, so that's going to be quite a delay, to be honest. Will there be an answer? I don't think so. Veno is not in a good position, though. Does get knocked out by the Troll Warlord there. Trying to get on top of the Doom. Doom's taking quite a bit of damage here. How many stacks does he have? 3, 4 now. This is not really the play. Shadow walks into the tower, takes a tower shot. There's a bit more poison out of here. So how is the Doom looking? It's jumped on, takes a 5th one. Quite a bit low here, throws out a 6th one, and Doom 7 actually already at this point, and he's dropping pretty low here right now. They do give 5-5, but the Shadow Demon is gonna boom there. And that's just how that poison kind of goes about it. So right now, it's not really a heavy situation. We do see the troll is quite far in the last hits, which is pretty good honestly right now. Went for the Whirling Blades, a bit of an interesting situation about that one to go about it. Has a Lotus as well, so he's in a great position to be honest about this one. Takes quite a bit of poison, so that could be pretty rough here right now. Regime tries to get away, Cookie gets on top of him, more stuns here, Little Shredder is being popped out as well. He is dropping pretty low. Shadow Demon has taken 3 poison stacks once again, gets a hit there, needs one more, gets another one, takes a few tower shots, but his 4 poison, that's probably enough to put him down. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer going for the Snapfire here quite aggressively, but the Snapfire does live through that one. Doom does walk out on the lane and survive the poison, finds the Phantom Lancer, gives him a slap on the wrist there, but Phantom Lancer says, okay, you slap me, I'm gonna hit you down, and takes him out. 4-3 right now for the Radiant team. 4-4 for neither team right now, and a bit under a 1,000 gold lead right now for the Radiant. This is a position you don't really want to be in if you are this. I mean, the Radiant team is kind of fine with that one. The Rubik is a very interesting mid laner, I feel like a lot of times. I don't really feel like Rubik shows that well what he can do really as a laner, because I would say bigger issue is that Rubik can do something, but at the same time he needs to be far ahead to really be relevant, and I don't really see many spells that he really wants there. Maybe the Mortimer's Kisses and the Golems from the Mortimer's Kisser from the Snapfire and the Golem from the Warlock. Otherwise, there's not really many spells you really want to take out if you're the Rubik here in this case, really. That's something to keep in mind right now. Not really the best pick here. Because Troll Warlord, you're not going to auto-attack him. If you take the Battle Trance, you're kind of screwing yourself over as a Rubik. Okay, you could take the Doom as well, but the Doom is kind of an interesting point about this one as well. The Warlock can pressure quite a bit. That Bristleback and Venomancer are looking for some blood. Troll turns around, gets on top of the Bristleback, gets some damage in there. Meanwhile, mid lane Rubik dies and Troll picks up the Bristleback as well, and this is just a weird situation. Venomancer's not in a good spot now. Gets caught by the Troll, and a double kill for the Troll. Look. Oh, meanwhile, Shadow Demon is not in a great position. Gets taken out of that one, and that's another death for the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon's not looking good in this game. And I want to point out something funny about this. The Shadow Demon is Crusader, and we're in a Guardian match. If I remember correctly, he was queuing with the Phantom Lancer, meaning that he's not in a great position right now. So, yeah, he's 2-4, but 2-4 is not really good as a support. The 2 kills should have been on the Phantom Lance, but the Phantom Lance has only an assist and a kill. Meanwhile, you have the Doom, who has 2-2-2, and Snapfire is 2-1-2. And now, oh, there's a turnaround onto the Bristleback. Bristleback does seem to get some chances here, but poor Warlord puts in the book. Work once again, gets another pick off there. Can the Vano survive the Troll Warlords? The next question is, I think he can right now, and the poison, but the poison is not enough to get in there. Stun on the Rubik, and the thing is, I feel like here the Dragon Knight and the Rubik can harm each other really in this game, which is funny to say, to be completely honest about this game. Corruption on the Warlock. Cookie gets another jump there. Shadow Demon takes quite a beating there, is almost dead once again here, and goes down to the Doom. Phantom Lancer has to find a way out of this one because he's not looking too good right now. Nemo goes down once again. Doom on the Phantom Lancer, and he's walking to safety right now. Cookie gets to jump in there on the Warlock, and that's another death there. Phantom Lancer go down. And this is not looking good for this entire team right now. It's 11-4, and you're not in the greatest position. Troll Warlock gets another chance onto the Venomancer. Venomancer hasn't hit level 6. It goes completely down to the Troll Warlord. The Warlord is fine with this one. He gets banished by the Shadow Demon. This could be a bad situation right now, depending on how he can turn this around. Can the Warlock get in there? No, not on time, unfortunately. The Warlock might have gotten in on time, gotten on top of that one. Could have been a turnaround there. They do take down the Warlord. Shadow Demon picks up that kill, which is once again not the person you want to have the kills on. And honestly, I would say if you're in Crusader, you should be knowing about that. It's my thought process on that one. Cookie, hits the Phantom Lancer. There's only one Lancer left. He just jump away there. Just run away, so he shows himself quite up there nicely there. Bit of poison being spread around there. Disruption on the Doom. I don't really know if you want to do that. Dragon Form on both sides, and the Rubik's trying to get the tail up here. Gets the stun out of there, but not enough to take down this Dragon Knight. And the Dragon Knight picks up the kill. 13-5. Not looking too hot. Mortimer's Kisses comes out of there. The Lancer's dropping pretty low. Burns down in the Kisses there. That was a nice smooch there. But meanwhile, Warlock gets dove pretty heavily there. Two go down, and the Warlock does fall, but the Golems did their work there and got a pick up there. Doom picks up the Shadow Demon, who does kill the Doom as well, so it's still not a good position here to be in. Once again, the Shadow Demon picks up a kill he doesn't really need. And you know what? We're 10 minutes in at 17-7. I don't think we need that much of that one anymore. Let's look at the net worth. Holy moly! I wasn't expecting that! Bristleback the lowest on the net worth chart. Bristleback beneath both support. I mean, the Shadow Demon has picked up some kills, so I think otherwise he would be the bottom here. But that is a pleasant surprise, to be honest. Doom walks up. Disruption on the Doom. Meanwhile, Troll goes in onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon just gets taken out there. Rubik tries to answer this one completely. There's not that much follow-up right now. Dragon Knight comes in there. They do get that hit on top of that one. That should be the Phantom Lancer gone. Little Shredder goes out, and the poison goes to put him down. Now, we're trying to find a way out of this one. Meanwhile, Venno is just pulling a bit of the wave here. They did lose the Rubik there. I think they wanted to pick up the Rubik there. Didn't find him. But however, it's not that horrible, to be honest, because, well, you see the Rubik is looking okay, but at the same time, I mean, Bristle actually moved past the support, so that's a positive, to be honest, right now. Phantom Lancer looking to get on top of the Dragon Knight. Not a good position here. However, Doom gets pulled in by the Rubik. He's not in a good position there. Gets a Fade Bolt and a hit from the Phantom Lancer for the Warriors there. Doom goes down in that one. I mean, it's nice to see the Rubik having so much net worth, but that's the point I was making for earlier on. I'm not too sure how good a mid Rubik is for the team. Because as I said, I don't feel like he can really bring in the pressure. I mean, he can steal a few spells, as I said. The Golem, the Warlock spells, the Mortimer's Kissers could be nice. But right now, it's not looking too good here, and Troll Warlock gets on top of Bristleback. Bristleback tries to run away. The Golems get put down, and Bristleback is losing HP here to the Troll, and Troll picks up another kill. Phantom Lancer trying to sustain himself quite nicely here. Shadow Demon, okay, he's immediately going for the Kaya. That's a confidence play. I'm not really sure Kaya would be the right pickup, honestly. I would look at it at least, but I'm not 100% sure what you would pick up on him. No, okay, interesting. Oh, it's a default guide. Let's look at... I'm really not sure, honestly. I think Shadow Demon should not go for the Kaya first up. But maybe he put himself into the pressure point, like, hey, I think he has like 4 kills. Yeah, he has 4 kills. He does have 7 deaths, but still. Like, he's like, I have 4 kills, I have to do something with these kills. And I'm like, yeah, it's right, but at the same time, it's not helping your team. Maybe not the wisest decision, as I said. Oh, jump there on top of the Dragon Knight. You should pick up... He should have picked up... During the stun, you should have picked up the Amplify damage there. Bit of a misplay there, I would say. If you pick up the Amplify damage, you probably toast the Rubik, whatever happens there. Bristleback still behind the supports on the Radiant team. They've been putting in some work here. I mean, he is at least ahead of his supports now, so that's something. Shadow Demon walks on top of this Troll. Troll comes in around. There's the Amplify damage. Rubik, they have too much there. The Fate Bolt does take probably the Troll down? Probably? Yeah, probably does. I think quite a bit of damage. Jump in from Snapfire. Bristleback drops very low. Doom on top of the Rubik. Poison goes out. Takes down the Snapfire. Doom trying to find a way out of this one. Disruption comes out. Gets the Doom in a bad position there, but Doom is trying to find a way out of this one. Takes a bit of damage there. Takes another poison. Yeah, I think he has 4? 5 already. 5 stacks. Get some goo as well. 6. There's the 7th. We're not going to go for that one. You go in there. Oh, Doom barely survives that one, but Shadow Demon bites into the ground thanks to the Troll Warlord TPing in there, and that's not a play you want to see if you're the Shadow Demon there. Once again, you see the supports are finding their footing further and further in this game really right now, and that's how you really want to do that one. I don't know what he's saying. Yeah! Yeah, I mean, I'm not... IQ preferably... IQ only English, and I get a lot... I mean, that's kind of like the thing that both sides have. The US side have Peruvians, the European side have the Russians. It's kind of a rough thing. And, well... Bristleback surpassed the Snapfire now, so at least something there. Snapfire has literally nothing. I love it. Yeah, that's... I would say that's my biggest issue as a support when I play supports, that I'm too freely dropping resources for my team in a way. That I'm rather like, okay, I could get this money, but if I put down wards and everything, if we have the vision, it helps us out more. Bristleback runs into the enemy team, takes a bit of damage there. Bristleback is going to fall there completely right now. Rubik looking for an opportunity to get something out of this one, however he's going on. Mortimer's Kisses has been thrown out there, that kills off the Venomancer. And that's 2 down. Now the Kisses have been stolen by the Rubik, that's something to keep in mind right now. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer's trying to push topside, and he's going for the normal kind of Phantom Lancer build, if I saw correctly right now. Oh, the Golem comes down. Phantom Lancer has to find a way out of this one. Actually, not really. Okay. Normally when you play Phantom Lancer, you build like you build the Manta fully done, and then you go over to the Aghanim's. But he's going for the Aghanim's a bit earlier. Which is interesting, I gotta say. Not too sure how that one will work, though. Okay, Shadow Demon has a great stack up there for the Phantom Lancer probably to pick up later on. I mean, that's one of the good things that you really have there. There's the cookie on top of that one. Rubik's not looking good there. Bites the dust there as well. A lot of pressure being thrown out there, and still a takedown. Yep. Gonna go for the stack. Build up the stack for the Phantom Lancer, which is a pretty good opportunity. But still, I feel like the Shadow Demon is taking a bit too much farm for my taste, to be honest. And still not going for the stack. A bit surprising there. Snapfire picks up the Mortimer's Kisses. Not a bad choice. Inferno Blade, Stun Duration as well. Pretty good for the Doom here. Quite a lot of plays here. Oh, good jump there. Stun on top of the Bristleback. Bristleback does not really have an opportunity there. The Kisses unfortunately went off because the Dragon Knight turned at that moment away from Beam. Now they're going to go for Snapfire. Snapfire does go invis there for a moment. Does still go down in that fight. Doom goes out onto the Venno. Will Venno survive? Doom dies there as well, so that was a bit of an overextension there. We're 24 to 14 right now, 19, 25 on the clock. The 3k lead right now is still going on. You can kind of see that the Snapfire kind of moved into the position of being the 5 there, which I mean that's kind of how I tend to play most of the time, to be honest. I'm most of the time better as a 4 that's playing a 5 to give my partner a bit more room than really playing as a 5 myself most of the time, because I don't really find my footing most of the time. I mean, Snapfire is really a fun character. I've realized the last few days that Snapfire has been climbing in my likeliness. I mean, I do like Dark Willow as well. Kisses come out of there. Bristleback is burning down. Rubik's not looking good either. Bristleback is overextending quite a bit there. But they do pick off the Doom before anything happens here. The Steel comes out, so the Kisses have been stolen once again by the Rubik. But Shadow Demon is going to bite the dust there. Scatterblast. Now there's the answer with the Kisses on the other side. Still not going to be enough to really take down Snapfire there. But jump from the Dragon Knight. Gets on top of the Bristleback. Bristleback does get on top of that one as well. Burns to the ground on top of that one. Dragon Knight goes pretty low here. Bring him in, bring the Snapfire in front of the Venomancer. Venomancer takes that kill. Snapfire is dropping pretty low here. Venomancer does take down the Dragon Knight, so that ult does do enough damage there. We try and create some more pressure here. Phantom Lancer still going for the farm. Okay, so now it's gonna really go for that first and then go for the Scotty. Interesting play. Snapfire picks up the Blink Dagger, gives her a bit more room to jump around, to be honest. You can jump in, you can get yourself over with the cookie, you can play a bit more aggressive with the cookies there. Gotta be honest, that makes the Blink Dagger quite nice. To be honest, we've been playing around. Oh, Troll Warlord is in a bad position. Disruption comes out of there. Troll Warlord is taking a lot of damage there, but Phantom Lancer is breaking down. Phantom Lancer goes down before the Troll Warlord goes down, but now he falls to the Demon. But still, once again, the character you don't really want to give the kills to, the Shadow Demon, gets another kill. And I feel like that's going to be an issue that they have to at some point try to rectify, to be honest. Otherwise, they're harming themselves even more here. And as you see, they'll give the most gold to that guy, and it's not working out in their favor, to be honest, right now, because you see the Shadow Demon is taking the kills. Hezekiah is going for the Demonic Purge, which is understandable, but still, it's not what you really want to do. The Shadow Poison is working out quite nicely, but still, as I said, not really playing in their favor still. Dragon Knight going for the deny there, takes out the tower. Oh, Dragon Knight gets on top of the Venno. Venno immediately explodes there. Rubik's trying to find a way out of this one. Is silent. Oh, he has an Orchid. The Dragon Knight has an Orchid, and Troll picks up a second kill, and that's pretty much the worst part for them, really, to play around this one right now. So an Orchid on the Dragon Knight, that causes a lot of problems for the enemy team. That's going to open up a Roshan play for the Radiant team immediately off those two picks. And that means Roshan wanders over to the Radiant side. We gotta see how they define this one more. Phantom Lancer just writes out good game, well played. Interesting choice of words there, but okay. I mean, they didn't play their lane pretty good. Bristleback's going for Radiance at this timing. Ooh, yeah. Snapfire gets jumped on top of that one. There is the Doom as well. Aghanim's Doom actually for the Doom, so that's another problem for them. And that's a dead player there. Whereas Kisses goes out, gets once again stolen here, but the Rubik has to find a way out of this one. Just moved back quite far there. Doesn't really get anything out of this one. Bristleback gets the blade melt. They do pick up the Troll Warlord, which is not the greatest thing. He went a bit too aggressive for his own price there, I would say right now. And while the Bristleback picked up the Talisman of Evasion, there's still a lot of gold left till you hit that Sacred Relic. That's going to be the question how you handle this one right now. Snapfire is rotating top to get on top of the Shadow Demon, because the Shadow Demon... I kind of decided Shadow Demon's my target of this game. Gonna be completely honest about that. For reasons that... honestly, at this point, I didn't decide what because I knew his rank, because I didn't look at the rank as the game started. Kind of a mistake on my side. Oh, there's the Orchid on top of the Rubik. Rubik's not in a good position. Meanwhile, the Venomancer dies anyway, so that's another one. Rubik goes down as well. Bristle does survive the Troll Warlord. Doom goes out on the Shadow Demon, I think. A jump on top from that one, and another death here for the Dire team, and it's 34-19. And it's quite a pressure play right now, a bit of damage on top of the tower as well. Phantom Lancer is the guy who could turn this one around. He just doesn't have the farm I think you want to see on your Phantom Lancer. He does have the Manta soon, and we'll go for the Orchid, so he might have an opportunity to really play this one out. They're looking to pick up the Doom here. Doom is a bit far forward here, not really the play. Gets a good Glimmer Cape, so he has an opportunity to get out of this one. First staff even over that one, and all is perfectly fine for them. And right now, I would say there's quite a big issue right now for this. As I said, this Radiant team has a bit of a problem. Phantom Lancer could become a problem with depending how the farm goes, but right now, he's not a help for his team. That's a bit of a rough situation about it. He might figure out how to turn this one around, but right now he's not in the position to do that. Bristleback wandering up the lane, runs into the Snapfire, decides that the Snapfire is going to be the target of his choice, which I'm not too sure is really what you want to do. Venomancer comes around as well, throws out his ultimate. Meanwhile, there is now the Dragon Knight in here as well, so there is immediately that one. Phantom Lancer is going to come in, the Kisses are going to go out of here. Briss is going to burn into the ground right now. Venomancer runs into one of the Kisses, dies off there as well, so 2 down. Rubik is not even close to the fight right now. Phantom Lancer is trying to find a way out of this one. And you see the Bristleback has actually moved up a bit here right now. They're trying to get something out of this one. Dragon Knight overextends quite a bit there. There is the Snapfire with that one. Unfortunately, the Phantom Lancer wins that one out. But not even the Phantom Lancer gets the kill. Once again, the Shadow Demon picks up a kill you shouldn't be picking up. And honestly, right now, this is the reason that it's not looking good for this team right now. I mean, the Phantom Lancer is 3rd in the net worth right now, which is okay. But let's look at it honestly right now. You have a 257 Phantom Lancer. You should be giving money. Then you got this position here where I don't know what you're doing here. Not looking good either. Okay-ish. Not too good there as well. So it's kind of like a rough situation. Meanwhile, on this Radiant team, you can kind of see team's not looking great for that. You do have the Snapfires looking great. Bit too many kills on the Snapfire as well, gotta be honest. Troll's looking awesome right now with those 12 kills. 6 stats, maybe a tick too much there. 727 Dragon Knight, perfectly fine. Oh well, I think we have a moment. Oh no, we don't. I was going to say maybe we have a moment of time, but maybe we do. We maybe do have a moment of time, so let's look at what's going on here. The Doom has an Aghanim's and Power Treads, and the Signet, not really, I would say, the best option there. Snapfire has the Arcane Boots, the Glimmer Cape, a Blink Dagger, and a Signet, so quite a bit of something. Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, and Arcane Boots for the Warlock. Maelstrom, yeah. Manta Style, King Bar, and the Signet is a weird one, to be honest. I mean, it procs with the Maelstrom, but it's not really the item you want to see on Troll Warlord. Okay, he upgraded to a cape, so that's fine. The health regen I would have not gone for, but okay. His choice in this case. Meanwhile, we do have the Dragon Knight with the Orchid, the Black King Bar, the Blink Dagger, and a Chrysalis, so he's going to be one of those guys who gets on top of you, and you don't really have a chance to survive that one. Meanwhile, the Phylactery on the Rubik. We got him Scepter on the Bristleback. However, jump on top of the Bristleback. Bristleback's dropping pretty low already, and he's getting bashed into the ground, and that's him gone. He's taking a bit of a break now. Rubik gets on top of the Snapfire. Snapfire goes with the Glimmer Cape, so no opportunity for the Rubik to pick this one out more. Because it's real there, picks up the Troll, but Troll throws an axe after him, and he's gone, so. Troll's gonna go for the Skull Basher next up. Perfect itemization choice there. Get on top of somebody, take him out, give him no opportunity to breathe. Get the sigh of relief here. Troll's gonna go for the Venomancer. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon gets jumped by the Snapfire. Snapfire survives this one. He's dropping pretty low, explodes there, but no opportunity whatsoever. Phantom Blast's trying to find a way off from this Warlock, and Golems are on top of him, and he does manage to get out of there, but still he lost a lot of HP to a support he should be beating out there. And now the Snapfire is slowly moving up into the holy group of poor positions here right now. Phantom Lands are still trying to fight off that one. No chance whatsoever. The Doom was a bit wasted there, but it worked out in the end. We got the fight now. A stun on top of this Bristleback. He's dropping pretty low. The Troll's giving him some bashes into the head. Throws him a few axes further on that one. Rubik finds a friend with the Dragon Knight once again. Gets picked up a bit by Rubik, but Rubik can't really do much about that one. The kisses come out of here. Rubik does manage to dodge quite a bit of them, but I mean, dissuade him enough not to pick up your partner is pretty good in my eyes right now. Snapfire just holding on as much as you really want. Now going for a damage item, because honestly at this point you got kind of the protection for your team. Meanwhile, Shadow Demons still decide not to really go as the Arcane Boost. That's kind of the protection thing that the Shadow Demon really has. Rubik walks up, gets a stun there on top of that one, picks up the Doom as well, disruption as well, so they're trying to get something onto this Doom. Doom gets a break there. I think Doom is kind of out of this one. Yep, Doom explodes there, dies off. Shadow Demon picks him up another kill, which is not the best way to play about that one, to be completely honest, but as I said, that's kind of like how I would vision it at least. I do gotta say, I do kind of love it how the Snapfire is playing out. I think this was like my third Snapfire match, and I do really like her playstyle. Her and Willow are like, I mean, I like a lot of the new characters that they kind of brought in. The Marcy's fun. Ringmaster I do have to try at least before I stop this month. Gotta be honest about that one. Ringmaster has not really come into my mind, because I felt like as he came out, as we had the facets and everything, I do really feel like he was, because he had to be very specifically picked up what you really need, and that kind of takes a bit out of him, I feel like. But I do want to do think I gotta look at soon the Ringmaster. At least one game I gotta do a Ringmaster game. Roshan roars, so they do know that Roshan's being done here. We do see Shadow Demon moving towards that one. Throws out one of the poisons here. Rubik doing some awkward things just on On the mid lane, Phantom Lancer trying to find some more farm here. Bristleback now at 33 minutes has his Radiance done. A steal for the Scatter Blast, so that's probably kind of fine that the Rubik picks up that skill. Always not really, as I said, not really a Rubik game where I would say the steals are that great that you would want to pick them up. But walks over a ward. Phantom Lancer should be knowing that's coming around. There's the stun on the Phantom Lancer to jump on top of that one. No chance for the Phantom Lancer to get out there. Just steal the golem, so that's an opportunity. Quite a bit of a move back here. The Ornament would be ready. Doom on the Shadow Demon, and he's not in a good position there. Another Doom coming out there as well. That's the first one picked up. Doom, the stolen Doom from the Rubik there as well. Takes down the Troll Warlord, but Rubik has to pay the price for that one, and that's 3 out of the time right now. They do take out the Troll Warlord, but 3 fall for that one, and I would say the team on the Radiant side feel fine with that decision right now. You see a bit of a push gonna come up now because they do want to show at some point that they can do something about it. Bristleback push down the bot tier 2 tower, which is not a bad choice to be honest. Bloodthorn done on the Dragon Knight. He has a lot of cash here, and you see that on the net worth chart a lot. He is topping that thing right now still. Meanwhile, Bristle is closing in on the Snapfire, which, I mean, it's kind of funny. So let's look. Not much change here. You guys, Doom has picked up an Echo Saber, but that's kind of it. Snapfire has picked up the Force Staff as well, so more mobility for the Snapfire. Warlock's going to go into the Aghanim's next up. Asher there, Maelstrom's going to come up here. Bristleback goes into that fight. Doom doesn't really want much from that one, and I don't think they really need to fight that one. Maelstrom now done by the Troll. And otherwise, we do have the Dragon Knight with the Bloodthorn. Daedalus just going in there completely manhandling somebody. Rubik's went for a Ghost Scepter. I don't really feel like that's the best choice against this team because you have the Snapfire damage that a lot of it is magical. You got the Doom damage that's magical. You got Warlock that does the magical damage. I mean, you sustain the Troll, yes. But that's like your only option really right now. I'm wondering a lot of these item builds. I mean, Bristles just has to try to be kind of a tank and he's not really having an opportunity to do that. Let's be honest about that one. Venomancer with the Dragonlance, Witchblade, Glimmercape, trying to go more of a core style, which I'm not too sure is really the best opportunity. You got the Aghanims and the Kaya on. The Shadow Demon, which, well, has been kind of in the inventory most of the game already. It's lacking quite a bit. We do have the Manta style, the Aghanims, and the Bloodthorn on the Phantom Lancer. Roshan is now on the docket here. They're going to answer this one, so this could become very interesting, but Roshan goes down. They do get the pickup there. Troll does manage to pick up the Aegis, even though they're there to 2-man, and they lose the root. They lose that. The Bristleback off of that. The Rubik falls as well, and I don't know what. Demon runs in there, gets taken out as well, so They managed to disrupt it, didn't pick up the Roshan. Now Phantom Lance is trying to pick off the Dragon Knight there. Gets stunned up immediately there, and Troll gets on top of him. He tries to find a way out of this one, completely there. Snapfire, meanwhile, on the other side, jumps on top of Veno. Veno tries to find a way out of this one. Can he survive this? He does get out of there, but that's still a lone survivor there. And I mean, they had the chance to snatch that Aegis. We're 49-24 at 37 minutes into this game and 19,000 gold lead here right now. Honestly, if we look at how it went, the Radiant kind of grabbed the lead and never let go of it since then. And Doom now on top of the Veno. The Veno is just kind of toast out of this one. The jump comes out of there. Not really much to be done about this one. And Mortimer's Kisser's coming out there. That kills actually off the dude here. And a bit more damage comes on top of this one, and Shadow Demon just kind of has to watch as the base kind of crumples before his eyes. Getting a bit something out of here, but as but it still looks pretty awkward. The troll's gonna go for the butterfly, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Bristleback gets stunned up there by the Snapfire. Cookie did the job there. He does throw out the blade mail once again. Disruption on top of the troll. Troll oversteps his boundaries once again, I would say. Gets on top of the bristle, but he's not out healing that one. Aegis pops there. So he does have a secondary life. This could be an opportunity to play around this one. Troll's in a bad spot right now. Gets silenced up there and immediately taken out of the game. So Phantom Lancer picked up that kill. That's actually one that kind of helps him. Doom gets glimmered up there. Can maybe find a way out. This one walks away. Does he walk away though? That's the next question. If Doom walks away, he's kind of fine with this one. They grab the Doom. Nope, he doesn't get out of that one. So Troll and Doom are down. You got the Bristle, who's looking okay-ish right now. And Rubik is being chased by the Snapfire. Oh, it's great. It's great. Yeah, you know what? I kind of got 4 games already on the docket. 3 games I have on the docket that I kind of want to use inclusive this one. Looking for a pickoff onto the Snapfire. They do get that off. Snapfire does go invisible, but just not a chance to move out of that one. That was a lot of slows. They pick up the Snapfire there, so this might be a chance for the Dire side to actually move back into this one. 40 minutes into this game, and Dire finally see daylight where they could maybe get something out of this one. That's not how it goes. Phantom Lancer still kind of trying to find some farm, which I'm not too sure is really the best opportunities. Looks like the Manta sticks on the docket? Let's say it should be Manta. Is the Courier dead? Courier's dead. When did the Courier die? Okay, very weird. However, there is now the bash into to that Bristleback, so he falls there. Snapfire is still dead. Is his Courier really dead? Yes, Courier is dead. Holy smokes, I was not suspecting that. Meanwhile, Troll kills off the Shadow Demon. And now Rubik gets picked off there as well. They push too far forward, and that's not really the play you want to see happen here. This game. Phantom Lancer's holding on, but the Phantom Lancer has to do what he has to do right now, and the Phantom has a bit of an issue, I would say, right now. The Courier really seems down. That's an awkward situation, honestly. Because that Courier is... Okay, no, the Courier is up here. Going for the Scotty as expected. Okay, cool. Scotty is the item of choice. It has to be the item of choice, to be honest. But however, the base is crumbling before their eyes right now. There is the Phantom Lancer who has to find a way out of this one. However, he gets a bit delayed by the Snapfire there, who is now trying to just be annoyance, and he's not having a good chance about doing that. Snapfire gets away out of dodge completely here. And Phantom Lance is actually still chasing the Snapfire. He's still trying to chase the Snapfire. Meanwhile, he loses his entire base off this Snapfire chase. Holy moly, is that a troll play from the Snapfire? Just letting the Phantom Lancer chase her into oblivion, and she just walks away with the win in this case. The broken ankles of that Phantom Lancer, and he just got nothing out of that one. They lost their base. 42 minutes, 42:30 into this game. No racks left on this Dire side. Snapfire looking for an opportunity, does get the jump there. Doom gets thrown out onto the Bristleback. Bristleback's going to be an issue right now. Phantom Lancer going into the back. Mortimer's Kisses goes out of there. Goes in there. The golems come in there as well, so a lot of damage is being put on top of this team right now. There's golems now from the Rubik as well. Shadow Demon is all good. Gets bashed on top of the head. It goes down as well. Rubik trying to find a way out of this one. Slow duration for the Relic is up for that guy, but it's still not looking good here. The push is coming in here right now. Getting on top of the Rubik. Rubik gets stunned up there and gone as well. Doom flies back, which is quite a nice option, but not really useful. Rubik fights back. Meanwhile, the Ancient is exposed. Rubik has to find a way out of this one. Half HP on the Ancient. Silences himself. Doesn't really matter that much. They get him stunned up as soon as that's gone. Another stun as well, and GG. 58 to 28. And yeah, I just had to do that one. Just on the side, to be honest, just to put that one. 58 to 28 for the Radiant team. 34 minutes 32 seconds into the game and a 29k goal lead. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.